Oh, there you are, YouTube. I just finished episode 18 of season 10 of The Walking Dead, titled Find Me. And we learned that Daryl Dixon had a girlfriend. So remember when that time jump happened when, Judith was like a little baby toddler thing, and then now she's, I don't know, 10 something. Can't remember how many years the time jump was. What was it? 8 years, something like that. So during that period when Daryl was, spoilers by the way, I'll put that in the title because I didn't say it at the beginning. But when, during that time jump, when Rick fell into the water, went away, Daryl was out searching for him basically, and while he was searching for Rick all those years, because he was gone for a few years, just out on his own, he found a woman. They came upon one another, and we also kind of learned the origins of Dog, his dog, and in this episode, it's a flashback episode, and we get to watch that relationship start and turn into something, and the end of it. Maybe, I'm guessing we're going to see this person later, but we don't know. They could be dead, they could be kidnapped, they could be just off on their own, left Daryl, on his own, but he kind of left first. But anyway, we don't know what happened to this person, whose name is Leah, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. Their name is Leah. But I don't know. I know I haven't talked about much of this season, if I recall correctly, because they had to take that huge hiatus for a while, and then they decided to just extend this season. So right now we're sort of in the extended, and I could be wrong with that. If I am wrong that we are not in the extended season now, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's how that's working. It's like season 10 was a thing, and then they're like, you know what, we're going to extend it, and that's going to be the end of it. But I could be wrong. I pretty much just watch the show. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't watch any of the spin-offs. That's a question I have. Should I be watching these spin-offs? Fear the Walking Dead. It looks like that show has had a complete cast overhaul. Like the people that I remember being advertised in the first season, I don't think I see any of those people anymore being advertised for that show. So what happened there? Is anybody left from the first season, the first season of Fear the Walking Dead? Do they still exist on the show anymore? I'm curious. I'm just curious if I should be watching it. Does anybody out there watch Fear the Walking Dead and absolutely love it and think it's just as good or maybe better, or is it worse? I kind of want to know. So if you stumble on this vlog and it's still relevant, it probably will be, let me know in the comments, because I want to know if I need to be watching that. Also, the other spin-off show, World Beyond, do I need to be watching that? Has that even started yet? I'm not sure that show has even started yet. Maybe it has. And if it has, are you liking it? Is this something I need to be watching? I really love The Walking Dead. I know a lot of people have ditched it and are like, I can't believe people still watch this. I don't know. I just always like it. It has its ups and downs, just like any show. This show's been on a long time, so it has more ups and downs than a lot of other shows, because it's had the time to have that. But I don't know. I'm still invested in these characters. I haven't lost interest in it, and it's I don't know. I like just this episode. Called Find Me. I thought it was a great one. I love when they do stuff like this. Where it's just sort of like a one-off, like flashback episode, like the one with John Carroll Lynch when he was he had an episode like that. It was kind of like very Ninja Turtles inspired. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it was great. But that's kind of what this episode was like. It was just like a one-off flashback episode. Also, I know I'm jumping around. At the beginning of this episode, we see Daryl and Carol on the motorcycle, and they're just like joking around, right? And this is before the opening credits happen. And I feel like that section of the show usually is pretty heavy, and it's sort of telling us like, here's the suspenseful stuff that's going to be happening in this episode, so get ready, buckle in. It wasn't like that. It was just a cute, beautiful segment showing friendship, comfortability between two people, and there was laughing, there was like, friendly jabs at one another, and it was just fantastic. So that was awesome to see. Like, I remember my wife and I were just sitting there watching, like, whoa, like when the credits started after that open, it was like, whoa, that was very different. I really liked that. Like, I don't know, that was just really nice, refreshing, something different. It didn't have that buckle in feel, and that was very nice. And it was just, it just felt so natural. Like seeing Daryl and Carol together, just being buddies. It was like watching the actors just being buddies. So, I'm sure they are very comfortable with one another on set, and their chemistry just was like turned to 11 right there. It was so fantastic. I absolutely love that episode. I don't know when it aired. I mean, maybe a few days ago. What day is today? Monday. So actually it was probably just aired yesterday, right? I think so. But it is it's a great episode, and if you gave up on Walking Dead, I would encourage people to go back. That may be a big commitment depending on when you left, but I think there are some great stories in here. Some are, forced due to certain situations that are happening with the cast, like with Maggie, she was gone for a while, and that felt very unnatural. And, so that's kind of disappointing. And then they, brought her back, and that felt very unnatural. Like, it just didn't flow very well. I think they should have just kept her off the show. But, I don't know. Her and Glenn's son, I'm excited to learn more about him. So, his character could be pretty interesting, but honestly, Maggie, she could have been written off the show and I never saw her again and it would have been fine. But yeah, I don't know. There are, basically I'm just saying it's still a great show, but you are going to have your dips, for various reasons. Sometimes it's just the way the show is, the way any show is. You'll have your episodes that you're just not as interested in, your arcs that you're just not as interested, or an actor may leave for some reason and then, come back. But in that's the part that doesn't feel as natural, right? So basically I'm just saying that happens. But I don't know. I'm a big fan of this show, and I'm curious. I want to know, do I need to be watching the spin-offs? I want to know if you think they are as good as the flagship show, or better, or worse. Because when the flagship show ends, I don't know if I just want to stay out of this world, not be in this world anymore, or if I should jump into the other shows. Basically, that's what I'm asking right now. This started out as me just talking about the episode I just watched and how good it was, but now I'm thinking, like, I'm getting a little worried because it's like the flagship's about to end. What am I gonna do? I mean, I've been watching this show since it first aired Halloween night 2010. Been watching it, still watching it. My life was completely different when this show started compared to what it is now. I'm married with kids now. Back then I didn't think I was ever getting married. So it's weird to think about how different I was back then versus now. It's just, the show's been on, I feel like forever. and I'm still loving it. It's still good, and I don't know. I keep going off track here. All I'm trying to say, I think I've said that probably 4 times already. I'm just trying to say that this episode that I just watched was awesome, and I want to know, should I be watching Fear the Walking Dead and World Beyond? I want to know. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on those spin-off shows. And thank you for watching this vlog. If you made it to the end, I know I did get a little rambly there, but I think that's the way I operate on these things. So if you watch these regularly, you know by now. So I'll see ya, and wait, no, I screwed that up. Perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout. That's the ending I was looking for.